Hello my minions, welcome to James and the Giant Peach Part 4, chapters 31 to the end. Yes, you should have finished reading the book by now. Part 4 is going to be a little bit different because there will not be a worksheet at the end. Instead, we will have a short essay or a paragraph for homework. I will talk about them more at the end of the video. Ba-bam, bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. Ba-bam. In part 3, the crew had just been finished being attacked by the Cloudman, and now they are finally on their way to paradise again. So, chapter 31. It is nighttime, and they see this bat-like creature crying and flying away. It is also at this time when Miss Spider says, "Oh, I do wish the morning would come." And James replies, "It won't be long now." With this crying creature and the crew wanting to be mourning again, it seems that the crew is getting a little bit tired of what was once an exciting adventure. So, question 1. Have you had an experience like this? When I was a student, I would always feel this about the summer vacation. Throughout the entire school year, you're waiting for the summer vacation to come. But once it's actually there, you enjoy it for like a week or two, but then you start to get a little bit bored and you kind of miss school. So tell me an experience of your own that is similar. If you're watching this from YouTube, leave the answers in the comments below or share your answers on the new school page. Link in the description. Ba-bam. Alright, it's finally the morning that they've been waiting for. And they see land! In fact, it's New York City, which sounds quite strange geographically, but who really cares about being real in this book? It's just all magic. So, we are in the crew's final problem to solve. How to get down. If you're like me and thought they could just cut one rope at a time until they slowly descend, you're among many others. However, nothing is ever obvious for these stupid insects, and Earthworm is once again panicking. He says, "How on earth are we gonna get down to Earth?" Which is a little bit funny, right? How on earth are we gonna get down to Earth? After all they've been through, after all the times James had never failed to save them, Earthworm still thinks the worst is going to happen. Of course, like always, James is the one to state the obvious solution of cutting a rope at a time to descend. And the plan is taken into action once again. However, the crew faces a huge problem. A plane passes through all the ropes, cutting them, making the Peach plummet down to the earth. Interestingly, Earthworm finally learns his lesson and believes that James will save him and begs him for help. However, even James has his limits and says he's got nothing. Even though James was able to save the crew every time, it seems that sometimes in life there are just no solutions. You just have to face it. Now down and down they go. However, their fear of being smashed into a million pieces are not realized. In fact, they land on the tip of the Empire State Building safe and sound. Ba-bam. Now, there are a few more things after that book, but we will stop here. Like I said in the beginning of the video, there is no worksheet for part 4, but there is an essay. So let's get to that right now. So in this essay, you're going to talk about James's life from the beginning of the book until the end. And we're going to see how it has changed. So the essay should be broken down into 3 major parts. The first part is going to be about his life living in the garden with his 2 aunts. You're probably going to talk about how horrible his life was and is probably the worst thing that can happen to any child. The second part is everything in between in the middle section that was all fun and exciting. Okay, you can start wherever you want, but the prompt for the second part is you're going to talk about how his life changes, how it gets better. You may start with the interaction with the strange old man giving him the green magic stuff, and you can work your way around all the way to the end. And then in part 3 of the essay, you're going to talk about his life at the end of the book, living in New York City. Be sure to support your answers with examples from the text, and you should have about 2 or 3 sentences for each part. That plus the introduction sentence. Ba-bam. So that is James and the Giant Peach, the end. One more thing before you go. If you have watched the entire series, all 4 parts, I'm going to assume that you liked this video or found it very educational. If that's the case, please join my free school community. The link is in the description below. There you will have the access to everything that I've made, plus worksheets, plus essays, and even marking. And that is it for James and the Giant Peach, guys. I will see you on the next series. Ba-bam, bam, ba-bam, 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 bam, ba-bam, 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 bam, ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam.